So, is there 5 VT? So if he's real, should like VT's mass claim here and just solve this fucking game?
You could do that. But
I'm VT. I'm claiming it right now. I'm VT. So there's one more out there.
So the only risk is if Challenger is Mafia. So there's no point in like fully committing right now. We should discuss a bit more, get reads, and then we'll do the claim.
All right, but Caltrol and Clem have both also claimed VT.
Okay, well,
so
I'm the last VT then. So
we have 6. So now we have a Mafia between these 6.
Oh, good. Now we have a lynch pool.
No, because you can still have a power roll in there trying to hide who doesn't want to be killed by the Mafia.
Don't do that.
That would be a stupid thing to do at this point in the game.
didn't we start off with 5 VT? And given that I saw 2 of them, so there should only be 4 in the game.
Let's kill somebody who's just kind of frozen, doesn't know what to do with this sort of pseudo mass claim. So Cactus, maybe Peg, maybe RJ.
Wait, why is the Cupid not?
All right, Cactus, Peg, RJ.
Who claimed Cupid?
So who? Cactus, Peg, RJ is my lynch pool for today.
But I responded to Challenger being.
I think you should add Clem in there, DLGN.
Why are you adding me in?
Because I think you're scummy.
And why? Like, that doesn't really answer the question.
Because we have 2 VT claims, I think DLGN's decent. I think so who is Cupid. We have a person claiming Thief, so that doesn't leave a lot of people.
Clem claimed VT as well, to be clear.
Yeah, I claimed VT as well.
I only heard Caltrol and Rick saying it.
No, I claimed
VT too.
Okay, I don't want to kill Clem right now.
We have so many VT. I'm almost done.
Assuming Challenger is real, he represents 2 VTs, and then there's 3 more in the game. So it could be me, Caltrol, Clem, and 5. There's 3 VTs in there potentially in one mod.
Although RJ is the most popular,
I think
so that's my nomination for the day. RJ doesn't know what to do. He's just being silent.
It's not a bad lynch pool because we've all claimed VT. So like, I mean,
you're muted, dude. I'll mute now.
Yeah, RJ, your mic isn't working.
I think we just heard him say something, didn't we?
I think it is.
Just get that fixed, and we'll tell you when we hear.
I think for this claim, I think it is very weird how people have reacted and how there's like such little reaction. If that makes sense, like it's kind of jarring. I think I don't know if that makes him real or not though.
So the Mafia aren't claiming PRs. I think the PRs should all claim their specific PR right now and make the Mafia claim PRs.
I think I'm okay with it.
I think that's risky because we have both the prostitute and the bomb in the game.
There is a prostitute.
Well, you're claiming you're Thief, and you saw 2 VT, so mass claiming is the correct play.
No, but we don't want the PRs to claim because both prostitute and bomb are in the game.
Yeah, I don't think we need more claims. I think we just need people that don't know what to do with what.
I have to use my webcam mic. It's just not working for some reason.
All right, RJ's mic is working again, so let him.
I'm using a different one. Yeah, I don't get the whole reason why. I think it's retarded that you'd like get all the VTs to claim. Like my instant thought was, if you get all the VTs to claim, then Mafia just kill inside the other people, whereas the rest of town don't know who the PRs or Mafia are. So you basically just out in the PRs to Mafia.
We have a medic, though. If we lynch Mafia today, the medic gets a save. We lynch Mafia tomorrow, we win the game. Who cares if they know who the PRs are?
Okay.
I mean, the prostitute will probably sleep.
How many town do we have?
More than we should.
Does this include you or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Peg.
We should have it.
Peg, what do you think?
Four Mafia and an alien, right?
Yeah, basically, I'm just wrapping my head around all the VT things, and I've been trying to like suss out from the 4 which 3 I feel are most believable. I think Clem's casualness probably means he's VT. That's like the only super strong thing I feel about right now.
I feel good about everyone who outed as VT. No, because
really?
I mean, you probably shouldn't. If you feel good about everyone outed as VT,
confirmed a bad person,
then you're saying Challenger is scum.
No, they're most likely.
Well, that's what you're saying.
Listen, there's probably only 1 Mafia in the VT claims. We shouldn't lynch in there. There's way more Mafia.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree with that, but also realize that there is 1 Mafia in the BT claims.
I'll be honest, I've
Challenger is Mafia, which I don't think is the case here.
I think we kill Peg. That's my kill. I'm nominating him. I'm not nominating DS.
Someone nominate RJ with me. Thank you.
I'll nominate RJ.
I'll do it. Okay, I'll nominate Peg with Rick then.
I think Soho should nominate DS, and if DS wants to speak, he can probably nominate himself.
That's also true.
I'm probably going to nominate DLGN for Omgus.
I feel like we should not be blindly trusting this double thief thing so instantly. Like,
I think
so
I
bad.
think anyone who sits there and controls the game by going, we should do this, it's mechanically good, is generally...
Time's up. DS, please turn on your camera. Okay, you have 12 people on your screen. All 12 of them are good for nomination. Please send your votes to Shakespeare on Discord. As a reminder to the audience, this is done so that there's no contention about people voting late or early, and then we're just gonna do the visual confirmation on the screen as well as the count. I'm missing 2 votes. I'm missing 1 vote. Who's not voting? Kyoto, no. Kyoto has voted. Can I not count? Nope, still missing 1 vote. Aha. Okay. If you're voting at DOGN, please put your hands up. That is 1 on DOGN. If you're voting at Kyoto, hands up. How about Challenger? 5. Sohu. That is 1 on Sohu. If you're voting at Cactus, hands up. That is 1 on Cactus. How about Peg? That is 4 on Peg. Peg gets nominated. Just give me a sec. If you're voting at Sir Fab, hands up. RJ. That is 3 on RJ. RJ gets nominated together with Peg. How about Rick? Clem, DS, and that's 2 on DS. So the nominated are Peg, RJ, and DS. Everybody else, please turn off your cameras. Aiden, what order are they gonna speak in?
The order is Peg, DS, RJ.
Okay, just give me a second. Chat, we're making the betting game live. So the question is, who will get executed here? And you can bet your lies. So Peg, take it away.
Okay. Familiar position, by the way. Of the two, it depends on how DS comes across and what he has to say. Right now, I'm going to be voting for RJ otherwise. Do not fucking vote for me. Holy shit. Don't be that dumb. I love all of you guys significantly. Right now, I've just been like hyper confused about whether or not this whole claiming stuff is good, and that's it.
Keep Peg, thank you. Please turn off your camera. Next up is, let's see, next up is DS.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna make this very simple, and I mean, you guys should all just vote with me. I'm Thief, and I saw 2 VT claims. So Challenger's fucking scum. Between RJ and Peg, I didn't really catch who was claiming VT during that whole situation. I feel like there's probably scum in it. I did notice that Peg didn't claim VT, so between Peg and RJ, I'm likely going to go RJ. But I definitely think we go Challenger next, and then between the VT claims. Pretty simple.
Okay, and RJ?
Yeah, I mean, I was a bit tilted by how people think mass claiming is good in that spot. It just seems like people just basically decided they were going to do it and see what happens. Don't think it was Tony. Yeah, I'm the cop. I have a not Mafia check on Rick, so good luck.
Your options are still Peg, DS, and RJ. If you're in chat, exclamation point bet, and then use the ID of the person. If you're in the game, please get your votes to me. And as soon as you voted, turn on your cameras again. Okay, I have 12 votes. We're just gonna give Twitch chat a few more seconds to vote or to bet on people. Again, your options are Peg, DS, RJ. Okay. Betting is closed. If you are voting at Peg, please put your hands up. That is 3 on Peg. If you're voting on DS, hands up. That is 7 on DS, and if you're voting at RJ, hands up. That is 2 on RJ. 7 is majority. DS dies and reveals to be
Mafia. Please go back to sleep.
Okay, Twitch chat. We will be right back in a few seconds with your lovely casters, so don't go anywhere. Your casters today are more than capable of keeping you entertained. We'll be right back.
So we wanted to talk a bit about the thief role. So the game starts with 2 more rolls than the number of players, and the person who gets the thief role gets to see what the 2 leftover rolls were and has to pick one of them to be their role for the rest of the game. So it's a temporary role. You're just picking one, the other one gets discarded, and you are now that role for the rest of the game.
Yep. So it's a fairly straightforward thing. One of the things to remember, though, as a thief, is that if you see a Mafia row in there, so that would be the axe, bomb, regular Mafia, or prostitute, then you have to pick the Mafia row, but you have the extra knowledge, as per usual, that the other row you didn't pick is not in the game. And this opens some particularly powerful lying possibilities when you have to thief between a Mafia and a special townsperson. For example, one of the strongest possibilities we can imagine in the game is Axe, who can claim also police officer. Just because it gives you so much sway over where the game is going, or bomb and police officer similarly. So, even though it seems like a non-consequential row, it takes one complete row out of the game, and it gives the person who took it out the knowledge of what that row was.
Right. The last thing to mention is that the thief could be one of the 2 leftover roles. So this works as you would expect. The other one is still discarded. The only difference is that there's no player in the game who actually knows what the missing role is.
Yep.
So that about wraps it up. We'll keep rolling out these videos. Hope you're liking them. Thanks.
Hello everybody, so these are our 3 lovely casters going top to bottom. We have Hiro, Logan, and Joey. Cheers from everybody, so take it away, gentlemen.
Yeah, welcome to the longest game of Liars Club 2018. We made it to night 1. I think the VT fake claim was, or the mass claim was the right move. It can be exploited. I think generally the Mafia want to have exactly 2 in there. But DS's counter was awful, right? We all agree.
Yeah.
I think so. I think
way too late. Like there was no reason for.
Well, he was axed. He was axed. So.
Yeah.
Oh, he was? Okay, sorry. I missed the first little bit of this game because I had some trouble connecting.
Which is weird. Like, honestly might have made him... Okay, so first off, the mass claim was pretty poorly executed because to actually work, like, the point of mass claiming is to take the knowledge gap, right? Because Mafia has more knowledge than Town, and to try and minimize that, right, by everyone mass claiming. But some of Town didn't claim, some of Town did claim, and then the DS fake claim was just kind of bad because, well, first off, he clearly wasn't bomb, right? Mm-hmm. And Mafia, really, you just want to survive your formal. And considering you're axed, literally nobody's going to want to kill you if you're axed, right? Because the assumption is you're probably Town, and then he just fake claims.
He could have really coasted through pretty easily. The other Peg didn't really make a strong. Did Peg have claim a role again?
So no, he didn't. He just said, "Please don't lynch me."
He's just VT, and he just said, "Please don't." Like he didn't lay down a strong defense.
I think he could be Mafia too. I'm pretty sure that there's only one Mafia, like the minimum Mafia in the VTs, because I think that's the only reason DS feels pressured to try something like that.
But do you think DS might be more likely to be prostitute if he was axed for night 0?
Yeah.
But that would make the fake claim even worse, right? Because your team doesn't know to not vote on you.
I think I think the Peg thing that he might be scummed, that's a good catch, Hito, because I was kind of thinking that because he didn't claim any. This is just a bit of meta in that previous games I've seen Peg say like, yeah, I'm VT, you can vote me for whatever. And this time he didn't claim VT, but didn't claim a power roll, but then said, please don't vote me. I know.
I think Peg with a real power roll there claims it, and he already can't claim VT.
Yeah, so. I don't know. What do you guys think of RJ's claim?
RJ claimed Cop, right?
Cop with a green on Rick.
Did anyone else claim Cop?
No.
I think it's unbelievable, but I mean, we can just wait till day 2 because I mean, Thief was VT.
I just can't believe I
think Town has this in the bag, honestly.
If why didn't he claim earlier though? When everyone, well, I mean, I guess I know why, but then why would he claim then? I guess because he's in the formal.
Well, I think it's because I'm guessing like RJ probably felt like he was gonna die, right?
Yeah.
If DS claimed and Peg seemed kind of believable, and RJ kind of did nothing day 1, he seemed like he was gonna be the lynch.
Yeah.
So I feel like he had to, like, regardless of if he's cop or Mafia, as Mafia, he probably felt he had to claim.
That's a good point, though, that probably only one of RJ and Peg is scum. Because I think if RJ is scum and you know what I mean, and Peg is scum too, I don't know if RJ cares that much about deflecting on himself versus, you know what I mean?
I think he probably is cop. I think if you're cop and you're formal to day 1 and you don't claim, that's like, it's beneficial, but it's really risky to do that. And then if you do get lynched, everyone and the after game will be like, well, why didn't you claim? It was obvious you would have got right out of claiming.
Wow.
That was we'll just find out because we know, like I said, the cool thing is we know Thief was VT, so we know 100% if he's fake claiming, will just be a counterclaim from cop tomorrow.
Is there a world in which Challenger lied as well and like DS just did a really obvious dumb play to save Challenger down the road?
It's a dumb one, but it's not a world I want to live in. So I'm gonna just assume the world is operating along normal rules until
it kind of like seems unlikely, but I feel it's just like if I'm Mafia, if I'm a team and I want to axe my own teammate, I don't think DS would be a person I would want to axe. So it kind of just leads me to believe that like he's prostitute, which means that it's meaningless towards Challenger's claim, right? Because he wouldn't know Challenger's Town or Mafia regardless. But I mean, if you fake claimed, day 1
Okay, I have the night kill info, which is gonna be very spicy, and after that, like, you have 30 seconds to finish the discussion. Right. So 5 dies at night and nobody is axed, and 5 is not Mafia.
Wow, you fake claimed his axe, maybe? Oh god.
I just realized probably DS isn't prostitute, right? Because if DS was prostitute, he wouldn't know that his team is on the ropes from the VT claim. I think that DS's play is from group scum, who knows that there's only one, or maybe even 0 if it was the prostitute.
I think there was literally no plan behind the fake claim.
It
was just a throw it out and pray. Spray and pray, boys.
We'll find out in post game.
All right, let's see game. Day 2, like, run it.
Yep.
Run the cards, dealer.
Day 2 rolls out right after this short musical break. We'll be right back. Thank you so much to the casters. We're missing one. There we go.
Alright. I am deeply sorry to announce that 5 dies and 5 was not Mafia. This round you may all speak and vote, and you have 4 minutes for the day.
Well, we figured out who axes.
He claimed VT! 5 claimed VT! What is Mafia doing?
So here's the thing. I mean, usually I claim later in the day. But I'm just gonna come up and say that I'm actually the police officer.
No, you're not, bro. You fucking visited me last night as well, didn't you?
No, see, so
Sir Fab?
I got Roblox.
Did Sir Fab get Roblox?
Sir Fab?
What's that? No. So I checked out Clem. He's good. My day 0 was 5.
RJ could be the prostitute then, and just giving a check he knows nothing about, and then just claim like he could have legitimately.
Dude, I'm the cop. I was so tilted that I got filmed. There's no way for me to stop it either. I was so fucking tilted.
The only thing I have against Sir Fab is that me and Sir Fab are the 2 people that didn't vote, that voted against RJ, and I claimed VT already. So like, why would the prostitute not Roblox Sir Fab there if they're paying any attention to the game?
I was so sure I was gonna die last night, but.
I think the lover should claim in like 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. So I think yesterday Peg claimed lover in his formal. He said, "I love you all very much." That was a lover claim. That's why I didn't vote on him. If he's claiming he's not a lover now, I think we kill him. He's probably star-crossed with Mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, town?
Also, I guess that DS was the axe. That's why no one got axe today. So that's a good thing that we killed the axe first. It's a strong Mafia, so I think
You can't say that for sure. The X could be buried. It's
I don't think
it's
people
really
would bury the
dangerous
axe.
to assume the axe is gone.
Yes,
We'll find out.
We're gonna get another Mafia. We're lynching Peg. In Peg, they both leave the cops alive. Whatever. One might be the bomb or something.
I don't believe RJ, even though Sir Fab.
I know you don't, but I am real. I didn't like how everyone was like forcing all the VTs to claim. It just seemed fucking retarded to me. It's like get all the VTs to claim because then all the if you have like all 5 VTs claim, then all the Mafia have to do is go, oh, let's kill every other person that's not in that group. It's so stupid.
RJ, who did you check?
Now the really interesting thing. I mean, RJ.
I tried to check Caltrol.
RJ is not the prostitute because he knew that
I got
was
Roblox.
going to flip red. So just
I got Roblox, but I tried to check Caltrol.
Peg, you were muted while you tried to talk just a minute ago.
I accidentally opened my start menu.
It's because he didn't vote on DS, if anyone cares. But
Yeah, for the love of fucking God, I'm just gonna claim I'm doctor. Don't fucking kill me. Are you serious, guys? I love you all. That's not anything. I'm the doctor. I didn't use my save last night at 5 because there's no reason to fucking kill 5. That's so dumb. I'm sorry.
So
Yeah.
you're claiming doctor? Is there any counterclaim?
if he's real, we should probably just kill Caltrol. I think he's with so far.
I think it's a really bad idea for the doctor to come out given that the prostitute is in the game. Why would you do that if you haven't used your save yet?
I think I'm voting.
Because it doesn't matter.
Sir
If we
Fab,
have a cop out, can we get another night check? It doesn't matter. Like if one of you guys are cops,
Night 0 was 5, who is dead now, so it doesn't matter. But
oh yeah, I'm sure it is.
last night I checked Clem.
I'm suspicious of Sir Fab just because I think that it makes sense for the prostitute to try to roadblock cop.
Yeah, well, he roadblocked me. He's probably the prostitute or the bomb. They roadblocked me, and no, yeah. I mean, that's the only play they can
It
make.
just seems too convenient that he's claiming that 5 was a green check, now that 5 is dead.
Yeah, and 5
What was RJ's Night 0?
I mean,
what is RJ's claim Night 0?
Rick is not Mafia, so. I'm pretty sure.
Caltrol.
I mean, it's impossible.
Several people haven't spoken yet at all.
Like RJ, I think
I'm voting stuff up. So
that was the siren for the time. Everybody who is wait, why are there only 10 cameras? Oh no, that's right. Okay, because we started with 12. So please get your votes. You have 10 people on your screen. All 10 of them are up for nomination. If you get 2 votes, you're nominated, and then you have to speak in your defense. Meanwhile, I'll take the opportunity to explain very briefly. We have a lies currency in the stream you can use for betting. In a betting minigame, you can also use the lies currency to vote for your favorite player once you've watched about 2 hours of the stream. So once you've watched 2 games, you can start voting for people. They can earn prizes based on your votes. So I have 10 votes. If you are voting at Sir Fab, hands up. That is 2 on Sir Fab. Sir Fab is nominated. How about Diogen? Caltro. That is 4 on Caltro. Caltro is also nominated. Challenger. Rick. Peg. RJ. That is 2 on RJ. RJ is also nominated.
3 on RJ.
3 on RJ, so we're missing 1 vote. I'm just gonna go fast. Cactus. That's the last vote, and Clem and Sohu should have 0. So, your nominees are Sir Fab, Caltro, and RJ. Aylin, what order are they gonna speak in?
The order is Caltrol, RJ, Sir Fab.
And the betting game's open. Take it away.
Okay, so I can sort of explain what I was trying to say. I don't think I was able to get my thoughts across. The first thing is that I voted at Peg because he nominated Sohu to put up, and Sohu claimed Cupid, so I felt that was kind of scummy. But clearly, I'm not going to vote at him now. The next thing is, I don't think that we should kill me when we have 2 people who claimed Inspector here. These are 2 clear Inspector claims, so one of them is very likely to be Mafia. I am regular town. I claimed this first day. I want to be consistent here. why I think RJ is bad is I legitimately do think that he slipped up. So I think that he, at the beginning of the day, he claimed that he was disabled by the prostitute. And then later I asked him who he checked, and he said he checked me. And then he rephrased that. He said, I would have checked you if I hadn't been disabled. So I think that was a legitimate slip up. So that's why I think RJ is bad. Maybe I misunderstood this.
10 seconds.
Clarify this. But I don't think that I'm the person that you want to kill right now. I think that you should be focusing on these two inspector claims because one of them is bad and my opinion is towards RJ.
Thank you, Kautro. Please turn off your camera. Next up is...
Okay, so I was gonna check Caltro because he didn't vote on DS. He was one of the people to vote on Tag, whatever his name is. So I was gonna check him. So him getting him trying to twist my words and make it sound like I'm tripping up when I'm not. Probably means he's, I don't know. It's just bad play really. I don't know what it means to his alignment. I think Sir Fabulous voting on him. I don't know. It's probably. I don't really know what to think of it, but I don't know. I think he does it whether the guy's town or Mafia at this point. He knows that Caltro's going to be the lynch, so he's just trying to make it look like he's probably leaving town. Fab's Mafia. I'm the cop. You should just lynch Fab. I'm not really sure about Caltro. I think he could be Mafia, and I think the way he's evaluated and how he's pushed on me for
10 seconds
reasons is pretty bad. But I don't know. Fabulous is guaranteed Mafia. Caltro's I don't know, likely Mafia, I'd say. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Okay, RJ, turn off your camera and Sir Fab.
Okay, so I nominated Caltrol because I know that RJ's Mafia, but I know that he's also not prostitute. The first night, obviously, it was between him and DS. He knew that they were both Mafias, so he thought that either way a Mafia was going to die, so he might as well make a claim now. The Mafia are at a strong position in this game, so they shouldn't need to make weird gambits like coming out on day 2 after the cop claims and secondarily claiming cop. That feels like it would be more desperate, and they theoretically wouldn't need to do that with only one Mafia down. So that's why you can claim or trust my claim as the cop. I'm going to be voting RJ tonight over Caltrol, even though I nominated Caltrol because it's better to get a confirmed Mafia, even if it's not the prostitute.
Thank you, Sir Fab. Turn off your camera. Your options for today's vote are Sir Fab, Caltro, and RJ. Please get your votes to Shakespeare, and as soon as you voted, please turn on your cameras again. Chat, this is your last chance to do the betting game. If you want to bet on Sir Fab, bet 0 and then some amount of lies. For Caltro, bet 1. And for RJ, bet 2. We're just gonna give chat some time to catch up. While we wait for the players to turn on their cameras, okay. Last chance, chat, if you want to play this game. Okay, so we're closing up the game. If you're voting at Sir Fab, hands up. That is 1 on Sir Fab. If you're voting at Caltro, hands up. That is 2 on Caltro. And if you're voting at RJ, hands up. That is 7. RJ dies. RJ reveals to be
Mafia.
Everybody
Please go back to sleep.
How about that? Okay, we'll be right back with the casters after a short music break. See you in just a second.
We should explain all the events.
Okay, so we're back with our casters. Take it away.
Yeah, so the biggest thing to note, because we had the counterclaims between Fab and RJ, it may seem risky to go for a cop there, but the slip that RJ made, Caltrol referred to, is that when you are hit by the prostitute, you aren't first prompted for someone to target and then later told you're blocked by the prostitute. Alien just tells you were blocked by the prostitute, and RJ just forgot that.
The only thing with that is that it could have been like RJ went into the night and like Snap sent the mod like I want to check X, and then like eventually he got to it. So I didn't think, but like at the same time, like Sir Fabulous never fake claimed in preseason. RJ's obviously lying. This guy would have just not said anything. Anyways, yeah. So I thought it was a really good lynch.
I do think the other formals were interesting. The one guy basically sunk RJ all. I can't remember his name, but the one guy basically sunk RJ all on his own by pointing out the slip that we noticed in the casting, but wasn't made a big deal of it with before the formals.
Yeah, Caltrol.
Yeah. So he's pretty much definitely down for that. Single-handedly got that done. Argued better than Sir Fab did, who made a weird point about the prostitute that I don't think logically.
So RJ died and he's also not bomb, meaning that there's probably there's a high likelihood there's no prostitute at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
that would be awesome.
Medic, who Peg claims Medic, so Mafia are in a world of dire
straits.
I think I would guess that RJ was the prostitute because I feel like he claimed night one. I don't know. It wasn't the most convincing claim, but I think prostitute would have if he wasn't prostitute would have ventured out a block there, which would have stopped the kill, and there wasn't.
Yeah.
There wasn't.
No, I agree with you that RJ is probably. Yeah.
What's funny is I think Town misplayed that, and I think what you do there, once the cops are out, I think you do a mass claim because we still know that there were two Mafia hiding out in not claimed VT land.
I mean, honestly, like the only person that's hiding behind nothing right now is Caltrol and Cactus. So
Cactus got something now. Caltrol's VT.
Okay, let me quickly interject with some spicy night info. Nobody dies, nobody's axed. 30 seconds.
Yeah. Okay, so DS is like confirmed was axed, fake claim for no reason, and Medic just got a save on the cop probably. So Mafia are like dead in the water, and it's
If this is the town misplaying, it's the town I want to be on because.
Get me on this team right now.
You have the opportunity, and you
put my ass into this game. Let's get it in.
DLGN and Cactus, there has to be one in there, right? Because we know there's at most one in the VT.
DLGN, Cactus, Caltrol.
Yep, and I think one question which you guys are forgetting is who kills 5 who claimed VT?
Why 5, guys? He's such a nice little kid.
Well,
he's so attractive too.
Yep. Okay, so we'll be right back with the game after a very short music break. Thank you so much to the casters, and we'll see you in a bit.
I mean, like I said.
All right, I'm delighted to announce that last night no one died, and all of you can speak and vote, and you have 4 minutes for the day.
Game's easy.
So Caltrol's, from my perspective, nearly confirmed.
No,
Wait,
so
so bad.
Caltrol is off the table. Caltrol is probably the alien.
Did you get a check?
Yeah, I got a check off last night. So I assume that. So before the check, I assumed that the doctor was role blocked and I was the proxy and I tried to get killed.
Or the prostitute's dead. Or the prostitute is dead.
I think the prostitute has to be dead because the only way RJ could have claimed, "Oh, I was roadblocked despite being fake cop," would have been if he was prostitute. Like if that makes sense.
All right, Peg, did you save me last night?
Oh, that is true. He claimed it right away.
Yeah, I saved last night.
Okay. Okay, interesting. I checked Cactus and came up with not Mafia.
Green, yeah, based on the reaction. I knew it. All right, so.
Oh, DLGN, you're a
I'm
bad
sorry,
guy.
I didn't understand Cactus's point.
I think you're right.
About prostitute?
Right.
DLGN
I was
is
the one who went
that-
after RJ day one. I was the one who got nominated and tunneled him, and he omgussed me. I'm never Mafia.
I also
RJ was prostitute, dude. RJ was prostitute. Listen, RJ instantly claimed that he
Still
was
not Mafia.
roadblock. If he's Mafia and he's not the prostitute, he can't
Right.
claim that because
Hold on,
a real town's gonna
Challenger.
got
I'll explain. Okay, so RJ claimed cop. He should have been roadblocked, right? The fact that he was just like, oh, I'm cop and I'm role blocked, immediately first means that he was probably using prostitute as a tactic. Second, if he was regular Mafia and he was role blocked, Mafia shouldn't have been able to kill that day, and 5 died, which means it's very obvious that RJ has to be the prostitute.
I guess I'm missing something here, but I think we can move on because if people agree with that, then let's just move on.
I think I still want to kill Caltrol. The way I think, well, there are lovers in this game. I think Rick saying that like he wanted to avoid Caltrol is kind of a little suspicious.
Has Soho used that check yet?
I would be town lovers if I was, unless he's Mafia or whatever.
Oh, that's a good question. Soho, have you used your quick check yet?
I haven't.
Why?
I guess it didn't occur to me in the game that I've played in the games that I've played at Princeton. There's no Cupid checks. Like that's not. We don't have Cupid. We have a different thing.
You should use it ASAP.
It's pretty strong that you still
almost confirmed that there are star.
At least from preseason, what I saw was that whenever Cupid chose themselves as lovers, they would forget that they should use a check. I'm not saying Sohu is necessarily a lover, but that's probably a possibility we should consider.
Are you just saying from your point of view, DLG and their star-crossed lovers? Is that
considering unclaimed? I don't think they're town lovers.
Would they claim here?
Yes, they would claim probably. Yes,
I think they would claim here. Yeah,
I'm not
town
safe
to say there's star-crossed lovers.
Okay, that's good for us. It's town, right?
Yes, that's one of the mafias tied to a town, so that we can hit 1 of 2 people, and then there's one last mafia. So there's a bomb and a killing mafia, I guess.
DLGN, you're the only one without a claim or a green check.
I'm a townsperson. I didn't claim day 1. I liked keeping that like information to myself, and I just pushed on scummy people. That's all I'm doing this game.
You did play pretty town day 1. I'll say that.
Yeah, but we have way too many. I was green checked, I think.
I know. I'm looking at.
We have too many. Still have too many townspeople.
Yes. One of them is mafia. It's not me though.
Oh, then we should also remember
so
that.
I think we killed DLGN.
Oh, also, one of our power rolls could be
Wait. There's no check on Rick. Is that right?
Yeah, because
there's no check on Rick.
Oh, there is no check.
He checked you. RJ was not the cop.
So it's gotta be. I think it's Rick or DLGN.
How could it be, dude? The way I play this game, there's no way I'm Mafia. Like I pushed on the Mafia.
No, I don't think it's you either. I'm just saying I think it's you or him.
For me,
which mafia did you push on, Rick?
RJ?
So why are you giving me credit for that? And you're saying he's the prostitute. Why should you get credit?
Yeah, well, obviously I do. My world revolves around me, man. I know I pushed on him.
That's bad logic.
What are you saying? Sorry, I can't.
2 air horns, just so you're not tempted to say anything past the first one. There are 9 people up. There are 9 people who can be killed. Get your votes in. I'm missing 4 votes. I'm missing 3 votes. I'm missing 2 votes. I'm missing 1 vote. I'm not missing any votes. Good job. If you're voting at DOGN, put your hands up. That is 3-4 on DOGN. DOGN gets nominated. English is a good language. If you're voting at Sir Fab, hands up. How about Peg? Cactus? Rick? Clam? Oh. So Rick, one more time. That's 2 on Rick. Rick gets nominated together with DLGN. Keeping on Clam. That is 1 on Clam. If you're voting at Challenger, hands up. If you're voting at Caltro, hands up. And on Sohu. Going back to Caltro one more time. That is 1 on Caltro, so...
Hold up.
Did we mess up?
No, I think you're fine. It's just 1 on Caltro, right?
Yes, there is one on Caltro. I was counting 2 and I think I got all of them.
Yep.
In any case, Diogen and Rick are nominated. The betting game is open. Alien, who will speak first?
The order is Rick, then DLGN.
All right, man. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to speak against DLGN. I'll honestly take the lynch here because he's not my strongest lynch. He played a very similar game to me. I think we've gone against the Mafia pretty hard. I think Town's in a really good position regardless of who we lynch. I wish that it was DLGN because I know that I'm Town and the game, it really solves the game for me, knowing his alignment. Then again, if he's Town, that would help him too. So the way we stand here now is we have the VT claims, Caltrol and Clem, and then we have Cactus and DLGN. Out of those 4 people, we probably have the last 2 Mafia, including, I'll put myself in there. We have the last 2 Mafia and the Alien. Game's pretty solved. We won't get another check, but we have somebody confirmed. I mean, yeah. I don't really want to argue against getting lynched here because I know Town's going to win this game. I know I'm Town, so if you think I'm Town, kill DLGN. If you kill me, that's cool.
Thank you, Rick. Please turn off your camera. DLGN, 1 minute.
All right, so everything he's saying doesn't really make sense. So he's saying that knowing my alignment would help solve the game, but he wants to take the lynch. That initially makes me want to suspect that he's alien somehow, but the medic is claiming a save, so I'm not too concerned about there being inactivation. He could be just the bomb here, but I mean, regardless, like my play this game has been very Town. I've been going after scummy people. Rick is saying that, I shouldn't get credit for going after RJ day 1 and getting him nominated and killed. I voted on DS, by the way, as well. And then he's saying he's Town for the reason that he pushed against the Mafia in RJ. So he's using the same thing that he's saying that I'm not Town for. So I think logically, Rick would be a fine kill as long as I'm not making a mistake about him being like an activated alien, and that's why he's being sacrificial. It's probably likely that he's a bomb. So Rick is the vote here.
Thank you, DLGN. Please turn off your camera. You can only vote between DLGN and Rick. If you voted, please turn on your camera again. And chat. This is your last chance to get some bets in. Bet 0 for DLGN, bet 1 for Rick. And then followed with some lies. I think we're missing 1 person. Are we? Who hasn't voted? So who? Please turn on your camera if you voted. Okay, so if you're voting at DLGN, hands up. That is 4 on DLGN, and if you're voting at Rick, hands up. That is 5 on Rick. Rick dies and reveals to be
not Mafia. Everyone go back to sleep.
Spicy. Okay. Same deal as usual, Twitch chat. We'll see you after a short musical break with the lovely casting of Joey, Logan, and Hito. See you soon.
By pointing out how terrible that was, and we can
okay, we're live, and everybody heard that Hito thinks how terrible that was. So what was that, Hito? What was that?
Okay, so with the VT claims pinching, we knew there was 1 in the unclaimed. All that was left was Cactus and DLGN. Now, when Fab comes and gives the green on Cactus, DLGN is more or less confirmed Mafia. His response is to say, "Oh no, I'm this VT. I just didn't join the mass claim because reasons." And then Rick just gave the worst formal of all time, and they got Rick, even though DLGN was confirmed Mafia.
Right, and I want to delve into that more because DLGN, first of all, he had his immediate defense was initially like, oh well, don't you see, I did this and I did this, which is never a good defense. It's you're keeping your own receipts. It's something you do if you're Mafia trying to be Town. And then the next thing he did was he listed somebody who's almost definitely the prostitute as reasons he's not Mafia, which he wouldn't have known about anyway. And the third thing he said is that he didn't claim because he wanted to keep an aura of mystique or something. He didn't say those words, but there was no good reason for him to be mysterious.
I mean, day 1, Rick was really the first one to just snap claim VT.
Yeah.
I felt honestly, it doesn't really matter from Town's perspective because they have 3 lynches and there's 3 question marks, DLGN, Rick, Caltrol, which they can just lynch all 3 of them unless Alien becomes activated. But I think the most important thing that I spotted out was that Sohu kind of made a mechanical mistake. She said
I wouldn't say kind of. It's a huge one.
Yeah, because she said I didn't think to make a lover's check. But if she actually was lover and she was Cupid and she did random, right? She would have been prompted every night, do you want to make a check? Do you want to make a check? So her oh, I didn't think to make a check. It doesn't make any sense, which kind of confirms that she's star-crossed with one of the 2 last Mafia.
You can't rand yourself, right? Is that what I mean?
No, you can't rand yourself. So she literally just
So who seems like the kind of person who would Rand. That's
yeah, 100%. Like I wouldn't know who she would pick, but I mean, I kind of like in my mind that kind of just confirms that she's Starcroft's like 100%.
And you could here's another DLGM bit. That was a moment where he was excited to make a genuine read as a Mafia person because he could legitimately be like, "Hey, these guys are Starcrossed." It helped.
Yeah.
The other last thing I want to talk about is why did Rick accept the execution at all? There was no reason that if he's
I think Rick also saw that it's pretty much auto if all the claims are true, so I don't think he put too much value and like kind of sometimes that like I'm honest, like I'm okay with dying kind of has some value, but I agree, like DLGN should have been just like
I think what happened is that when DLGN pointed out his hypocrisy, that he was saying DLGN, you can't get credit for this because I was a prostitute, and then Rick tried to get credit for it. But I feel like Rick got way too sensitive when confronted with hypocrisy. He was like, "Oh, then I guess you can lynch me because from your." And he just said, "Yeah, I'm allowed to be a hypocrite. I'm telling the truth." And
it's overcorrection because like I know that the town has this unlock anyway, but there's no reason that if you're town and you're up against somebody who has a wet fart of a claim as DLGN, you should be anything else. Like you should be like, it's okay if you vote for
okay, let's announce the night kill, and then you have 30 seconds to wrap it up. So Surfab dies as one could expect reasonably. Surfab is not Mafia. I just want to remind you that on your screen, gray means Mafia, orange means not Mafia. So 5 and Rick on your screen were not Mafia. Anyway, Casties, what's gonna happen tomorrow?
Remember that only Peg can be activated alien because he claimed to save. So don't let them.
It's so hard for Peg to be. How can Peg be activated?
Yeah,
like Challenger saw double VT. It's like impossible.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, there's just no alien. Straight up.
Yeah, I mean maybe there is alien, but they're definitely not activated.
Correct.
Yet.
And they should
have to be something insane.
Like they should have done yesterday. Rick's terrible formal notwithstanding.
Anyways, yeah, unless alien becomes activated, this game is like over.
Rick's a good player, but that was just a weird move on his part in a game that he probably thought was pretty easy anyway. But
okay, thank you so much. I think we can all agree that Rick shouldn't have taken the death so easily. We'll be right back with the game after a short musical break.
Shakespeare, I'm not sure that the stream is... Okay, never mind. You got it.
We're live, by the way.
I know. All right. Okay, I am deeply sorry to announce that Sir Fabulous has died. Sir Fabulous was not Mafia. You can all still speak and vote, and you have 4 minutes for the day.
Yesterday was town v town. Make of it what you will.
So, from my perspective, obviously DLG.
Wait, I think
who's not a lover? Okay, that's good to know. So I think Peg. I still think Peg.
I couldn't hear that. I'm sorry.
Caltrol is not a lover.
Not allowed.
So we have 2 Mafia left, right?
I'm really worried about the lovers in this game right now.
I think Peg is one of them. Isn't he our claim medic? Who's been alive for 3 days? Yeah, right. We're killing Peg.
I think I'm on board with that.
Day 1 was 5. Day 2, I saved Sir Fab. Then you kill the cop.
Yes, you're the doctor and you're also a lover, unfortunately.
You kill me.
Yes,
no,
you're a doctor
I'm
lover.
not.
Why are we not believing that he saved Sir Fab?
We do, but he's also a lover because he claimed lover.
I think Challenger's claiming thief of 2 townspeople, given the amount of people we have left, is kind of suspicious unless 5 or Rick, unless one of them were alien, right? I don't think the numbers add up. Am I wrong?
We have green checks on me and you.
Well,
Sohu has claimed Cupid. Challenger is claimed thief. Caltrol is a claimed Vanilla Town.
Claimed
so is
townsperson.
DLGN.
Vanilla Town.
Wait, what was that, Sohu?
Vanilla Town.
What? Say it again. Unmute. Pause. Then say it.
Claimed Vanilla Town.
Who? What? Can someone tell me what she's saying?
Rick claimed Vanilla Town.
Yes.
Yes.
So did 5. So, like, there are definitely some numbers here that are not adding up.
Either between 5 and Rick, one of them was alien, or Challenger is lying.
Wait.
Yeah.
I don't think Challenger is lying though.
We have all the roles in the game, by the way. Just like
Yes, so there is a thief. Yeah.
If Challenger were lying, that would mean that the real thief didn't counterclaim, and 2 Mafia claimed thief.
He could be thief and just have picked between Mafia and Vanilla Town. That's also very plausible.
But then why would I be the first person to draw attention to myself? If I was just between Mafia and regular Town, I could just have shut up. So that's like...
It would be a little...
It would be one way of, trying to absolve yourself.
You say one thing all game and you get ignored for like 4 days. That's all.
Speak.
This doesn't change the number of townspeople in the game if you thief between Mafia and Vanilla townsperson. So regardless, we have seen all the roles in the game. His claim is either true or false, but it doesn't affect whether the number of townspeople in the game.
Have either Caltrol or DLGN been green checked yet?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
The only green checks alive are me and Cactus right now.
Okay.
About this Mafia from everyone's perspective. From my perspective,
Cactus, what is your claim? What's your claim, Cactus?
VT.
We just have way too fucking many VTs.
I'm not able to get Caltrol. Is he saying...
I want to lynch Caltrol today.
I want to lynch Meg.
Can we agree he's not an alien?
DLGN.
I think...
Why?
I think we should...
DLG's been fishing all game, and it's really annoying. And
I want to hear what Cactus has to say. Let Cactus speak.
I was literally just going to say, I think we should nominate DLGN for Caltrol. If Peg's going to vote DLGN, I'm probably going to...
Can somebody help me nominate Peg? Why is
I'm
the doctor
going to nominate
alive
Caltrol. Can we...
Because literally it doesn't make sense for me to die yet. You kill the cop, and then...
Okay, I'll nominate Peg. I'll nominate Peg with you. Can somebody please nominate Caltrol?
I don't agree with nominating Peg.
You don't agree?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
So nominate Caltrol. We'll get Caltrol, Peg, and DLGN on the stand.
Given that there are 2 Mafia.
That's time. You have 7 people on your screen. Oh, 7 of them can die. Please get your votes in. Let me see. I have 3. I'm missing 3 votes. Okay, I have all the votes. If you're voting at Challenger, hands up. That is just 1 on Challenger. If you're voting at DOGN, hands up. That is 3 on DOGN. DOGN is nominated. If you're voting at Caltro, hands up. That is 2 on Caltro, and there's 1 vote missing somewhere. If you're voting at Peg, hands up. That's the vote on Peg, and Cactus, Soho, and Clem get 0. So it's DOGN versus Caltro. The betting game will open any moment now. Aiden, what third are they gonna speak in?
The order is Caltrol, then DLGN.
Okay. From my perspective, if DLGN is confirmed that, I think that should be clear because, because there have been green checks on everybody else. Peg has claimed Doctor. And I do not, maybe Peg can, or maybe DLGN can explain his defense. I don't understand this obsession with killing the Doctor who used their save on the Inspector. Generally, if the Doctor were a lover, then they might want to use their save on themselves or their lover. That's why I feel like that's very odd behavior from DLGN, and I feel like he is clearly Mafia to me. Yeah, between everyone else, I'm also not sure. And I also think that DLGN in his defense is going to bring up that he wanted to kill RJ, but simultaneously, or like he was planning to kill RJ, and simultaneously RJ was known, or like what we think that RJ is the prostitute.
10
so
seconds.
Doesn't really add that much. That's all I've got. I think that DLGN is pretty bad, and that's why I'm going to vote at him.
Thank you, Kyoto. DLGN, 1 minute.
Sure, if you vote me and I flip town, prepare to, I guess, lynch Caltrol. If he's saying I have to be confirmed, according to the math, I haven't worked it out. But yes, there are a lot of townspeople claims. Yes, 1 or more of them is lying. No, it is not me. If you kill me and I flip townsperson, I'm curious what Caltrol thinks that means as to him and the other green checks and townspeople claims, considering we've killed the prostitute. So the vote here is Caltrol. If I die, look, the way this game works, you have to push on other people. If we're just going to put up 2 people every single day, we can't really discern who's lovers here. And unfortunately, we know the one person who isn't a lover, Caltrol, is a person who I'm up against and forced to vote here. So, I need to find the lovers. I'm not a lover either. And the only way to do that is to actually push on people and see who people are defending. And so, yes, there's been this violent reaction to the doctor. Sure, he's a doctor. Yes, I believe he saved
10 seconds.
Someone. But we have it's possible. It's just as likely as anybody else that he is one of the lovers, and I think Sohu, unfortunately, Cupid speaking up to defend the doctor.
Time.
I don't think
That's
she made.
time.
All right.
Thank you, Diogen. Please turn off your camera. Your votes can be only on Diogen or Kyoto. Exclamation point bet 0 for Diogen. Exclamation point bet 1 for Kyoto. I'm just gonna give Twitch chat a bit of time. The player seems to have made up their mind. Sohu, I'm not sure I have your vote. Thank you. So, I think we have quite a few bets. If you're voting at Diogen, hands up. If you are voting at Caltro, hands up. Diogen dies and reveals to be...
Not Mafia. Everyone, please go back to sleep.
Okay, so... we have one more night to cast, I guess, so we'll be right back with you after a short musical break.
To pieces, turn their feet around, they will leave defeated, they will crumble at the sight.
Okay, we're live. Take it away, gentlemen.
Hot take, boys. Challenger is now confirmed Mafia, I believe, unless I screwed up some of the math. We need to have 4, right? We have to have 4 Mafia, right? Unless Challenger is lying, which would make him Mafia anyways. Now that we know DLGN's confirmed not Mafia, the only question mark we have left is Caltrol. The rest of the people are either confirmed medic, or, right, he has to be confirmed medic because he couldn't have prostituted the Mafia team because we know RJ's confirmed prostitute, right? So since we know that there's only one more question mark left, Caltrol, there must be 2 Mafia. That means Challenger, we're coming for you. You're gonna get owned.
Okay, so that was the color commentary. Let's go to Hito for the blow-by-blow.
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, you can't, the DLGN's not claiming in the VT claiming late. Like, you can't do that. That's just abysmal. I have no idea what it even means that he would do that as town.
It could have been like Alien or some shit.
I'm just gonna give you the night kill right now. Peg dies. Everybody can speak.
Yeah, that was obvious.
So
I think the one question. So first off, Sohu is like still confirmed star-crossed. She could be star-crossed with an alien, which would be sick, right? If she's like star-crossed with Clem and Clem is alien, but Challenger is like confirmed Mafia, unless I'm screwing up some math or I'm missing something. But I can't see what I'm missing. Can you guys see where's the 4th Mafia?
Is it possible that the prostitute is still alive and just didn't disable the doctor for whatever reason?
RJ has to be prostitute because how would you not roadblock medic or cop?
And then I also feel like there's been nothing since that. Like, there's just too many things that align on that one. The other thing that I'm thinking about is.
But can one of you disprove that Challenger is Mafia?
No, I'm not really actually that invested in that particular section.
Well, then who's the 4th Mafia? Who can be the 4th Mafia? Caltrol's confirmed Mafia.
I'm not arguing against what you said. That seems like a reasonable interpretation of events.
Sub me in the
okay. Yeah,
sorry, go for it.
Up top, I guess. No, I think I just
have to hit the lover first, numbers wise.
Shit, we're down to 6, I believe.
Actually, is the lover gonna?
We're down to 5 people. We're down to 5 people.
5.
So
Mafia want a tie, right? Not lovers.
No, Mafia can still win. Well, I mean, but I think Sohu can still be star-crossed with Alien, so it's possible that Mafia is still trying to go for the win. But
I don't know what. Do you think DLGN could have been alien? Like, is there a world where she was alien?
For sure. Oh, easily.
and Peg is his proxy, and that's why he was trying to like run the vote in that direction. Because that's the only reason I can think as Town that he would be like get that into his head.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he was doing. But,
Okay, 10 seconds, Logan. Who's your top 2 Mafia right now?
I don't know, Joey Hito.
Okay, and with that casting, we will cut right to a short musical break, and we'll be back with the game very soon.
We can all wake up. All right. I am sorry to announce that Peg has died. Peg was not Mafia. And of course, you can all speak and vote, and you have 4 minutes.
So
I think clearly the time to get the lovers.
Challenger,
I mean, if there are
Cultural.
two Mafia left, then there are 5 of us. There are 2 Mafia left. Obviously, lovers. There are star-crossed lovers. Or in the best case scenario, both the Mafia are lovers. So I think this is the time to get the lovers.
Yeah, it's
We have green
Cactus
checks.
have green checks.
I'm Cupid, so I think that we kill Caltrol and Challenger. I don't care in what order.
Can we kill Caltrol first, please?
Sure.
He needs to die. He's been alive far too long.
I feel like the prostitute is still in the game.
You feel like the prostitute is still in the game?
Did you just say the? Do you say the prostitute or the proxy? Do you say the prostitute or the proxy? The prostitute?
Yeah.
Prostitute is
How?
doing what?
Explain to me how the prostitute can still be in the game.
RJ was a killing Mafia, right? I feel like that was always plausible, and I don't know. Like,
I mean, from my perspective, it's clearly Caltrol because Clem and Cactus are confirmed by the police, and if Soho is Cupid, then obviously it's Caltrol. But I don't understand this prostitute logic. But I didn't understand the prostitute logic before.
Prostitute logic. I will explain. We have 2 things that we know. First, RJ claimed that he was cop, meaning that if he was killing Mafia and the prostitute actually roadblocked him, nobody should have died that night. But 5 did, which means yeah.
I'm sorry. Is it just confirmed Challenger and Caltrol? I feel like it might be because
no,
I agree.
Yeah, I think it is, right?
Okay, cool. Caltrol. Actually, okay, hold on. Okay, Challenger and Caltrol, you nominate each other, and then I'll nominate one of y'all, and then
I'll nominate Caltrol anyway. Sure.
I'm trying to figure out a scenario where it's not Challenger and Caltrol.
Though.
Cactus or Clem, maybe the prostitute. And I think that, like, look, you can always say that you were prostituted even if you weren't, right? Like, that's always a claim that you can make, right?
Okay,
Why
Caltrol
would
wants
you
to
make
get
the
killed.
Mafia
I think Caltrol is the bomb. Caltrol wants to get killed. Caltrol, I think, is the bomb. This whole prostitute doesn't exist thing didn't come up until now.
Yeah, I understood Cactus's logic that the prostitute was RJ. That makes sense.
Actually, we should kill Challenger because
Is there Cactus? Is there anywhere? I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. Just think through your logic while we talk, and then you can jump back in. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
look at this.
hang on. I'm talking. Cactus. Can you think of a world where Sohu is Mafia? Because I am struggling to. Admittedly, I don't know this setup in and out.
I think so.
But I'm struggling to think of one where
who chose herself as the lover and her lover is Mafia.
that is possible, but I don't see how she could be Mafia.
Her lover could be Mafia, is what I'm saying.
Yes, she could have a lover that's Mafia, but I don't see how she herself could be Mafia.
The only world where I think Sohu could be Mafia was I mean, there's also something called Cupid.
So I could be Mafia if I were a thief. Challenger were lying about being thieves, and I were Mafia, and there was no Cupid. That's the only world where I could be Mafia.
Cupid shuffle. So if she knew that her lover was a Cupid, she could claim Cupid so that her lover is never checked, and like so that we don't check her as well, and her lover is also never checked.
But the other Cupid would have come out.
Let's kill
No,
Challenger.
the other lover is her
Let's
Cupid.
kill Challenger.
Cupid is one of you two.
Okay, if Challenger is voting Caltrol, I will vote Caltrol. You two vote Challenger. Clem and Sohu.
As long as we get Challenger and Caltrol on the stand.
I will vote.
I'm probably going to end up voting Challenger because I feel like Caltrol is probably the bomb.
Time's up. There's 5 of you alive. I need 5 votes. I need 1 more. Okay, we're in there. Please mute Clem, I think.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Don't turn off your camera though. If you are voting at... Wait, did Sohu just disappear? Okay.
Sohu, come back. Okay.
We're back. Okay, Challenger, hands up for Challenger. That's 2 on Challenger. Challenger gets nominated. If you're voting at Cactus, hands up. How about Clem? Kauto? That is 2 on Kauto, 2 on Challenger, and if you're on Sohu, hands up. That is 1 on Sohu, so it's between Kauto and Challenger. Aiden, what order are they gonna speak in?
The order is Challenger, then Caltrol.
Okay, the betting game's open. Challenger, take it away.
Alright, from my perspective, Caltrol is clearly Mafia, so I'm voting at him. The other thing that I'm saying is there's something called a Cupid shuffle. So let's say Sohu was the Mafia, and she knew that her lover was the Cupid. She could simply say that she was Cupid so that the cop never checks her. And even if the cop checks the lover is actually Cupid, so they'll turn out as green. So there is a world where Sohu could be lovers with either Clem or with Cactus, and so then they'll definitely win because they have the votes and they have a Mafia in their side. So I'm down between, I was thief between 2 regular town. I killed both DS and RJ. I would have understood the prostitute logic if I was Mafia. I would have known that he's not a Mafia. I would have known he's a prostitute. I didn't have to draw attention to myself in the beginning itself. But anyway, given that Sohu is not nominated at this point, I'm voting at Caltrol, who definitely by process of elimination is Mafia. So yeah, I'm voting at Caltrol. That's my defense.
Okay. Please turn off your camera. Caltrol, take it away.
So in this situation, I'm forced to vote.
Okay, you should restart your defense. You should restart your defense.
Sorry. Okay. Wait, can you hear me?
Yes, we can, but your connection is dropping, so just start again. I think we're fine now.
Okay. So I will vote at Challenger. I do think that he's a Mafia, but the issue is I think he's a bomb. And the reason I think he's a bomb is that there are 2 possibilities. So there are a few possibilities for like the other Mafia. One is it could be Clem and Cactus, and they could be prostitute. And this logic was never like, I don't know, it never made that much sense to me. The other thing is it could be Sohu, who, and given that there is nobody playing as lovers in this game, right? Like if we look at the situation, I don't see anybody playing as lovers. So Sohu and Challenger may both be Mafia. Sohu may be thiefed into Cupid and Mafia, and Challenger may be the other Mafia. The issue is that by killing me, by killing Challenger, we will probably be going for the bomb. But at this point, that's the risk we have to take. So I'm going to be voting at Challenger, and I feel that he is the Mafia. And I think the other Mafia is either Sohu or potentially Cactus, but I feel it's probably Sohu.
Okay.
That's my
Thank you, Kauto. Please turn off your camera. You can only vote between Challenger and Kauto. And you can only bet between those 2, and as soon as you vote, please get your cameras back up. We're missing Sohu and Cactus. Okay, so Twitch chat, last chance. Exclamation point bet 0 for Kauto, exclamation point bet 1 for Challenger, who will get executed today. So I'm gonna give you like 10 seconds to wrap up your bets. And then we go right into execution. Just heightening the tension here. Who will die? I mean, I could tell you, but it's not gonna be as fun. Okay, so if you're voting at Challenger, hands up. And if you're voting at Kauto, hands up. Kauto, I presume you voted at Challenger as well? Or we have a bit of lag. In any case, Challenger gets majority. Challenger dies and reveals to be
Mafia.
But
everyone can go back to
sleep.
sleep.
There's no buts. Wow. Okay. So we'll go to casting in a bit. Thank you for waiting, and hopefully you're hyped about the ending of this game. So we'll see you very soon.
For now you can stay right here, we will play until somehow you can find a slightly different frame of mind. Right here in my arms, away from all harm, you'll be safe.
So we're back with our casters.
So man, it's been a lot of fun.
Hey.
I think before we get into everything, I just want to mention this before because I never got a chance to mention it. I don't know why people are so trusting of Thief claims. Thief is more likely than any other role to come up as Mafia, and it's a very easy one to lie about if you claim.
So what happened was right. So it makes sense to avoid him at the very beginning because the idea is when you do a VT mass claim and you have such a small number in the VT pool, then you hit people outside of it first, and then you find the one in. That's why they don't do Challenger day one.
Oh, I'm not saying they should have done it day one.
That's when they needed to put Challenger back on the menu, and they never
Okay,
realized.
I have the night kill. So if you want to listen, the night kill is Clem,
Okay,
who was
so
not
it's-
Mafia. So the people who are alive are Sohu, Kautro, and Cactus.
Okay, so Cactus has to be exactly alien, which is probably not the case. So it's probably was just the whole time was Caltrol and Sohu were just star-crossed lovers.
So this is the point where we know that that's pretty much a confirmed win for them, right? Because they vote.
Yeah, I mean, the only chance is if Sohu is exactly levered to Clem, right? Is
Well,
exactly
Clem
levered to
died. Clem died.
Oh, sorry.
Levered
So
to
exactly levered to Cactus, and then
Oh, bomb! Fuck yeah! there's-
exactly. So if Sohu's levered to Cactus and Cactus is the alien, or regardless, then they'll lynch Caltrol. Caltrol will bomb them. It will be a tie because everybody's dead.
Yep. So and the other option is
What do
Soho is lovers to a Mafia, and they just win.
Those
So-
levered to Mafia. Yeah, that seems like the most likely. The question was like if the previous day, if they should have lynched. So
They should've.
Challenger was hard confirmed to the most Mafia, but Sohu's like probably star-crossed. So the question was, should they have lynched
Yes.
Sohu over the confirmed Mafia?
They should have. Yes.
The question
That's
is
what I
like
said.
probably like it's well the only problem is that Sohu could have been just like really like poorly understood the mechanics, and it could have been that the Mafias were both levered to each other, and then you're kind of like
I think-
literally throw the game.
I think
In
in
any-
any situation you should be voting out Sohu based on the what happened on day 3. In fact, I
Yeah.
think you can credibly say that they should have voted Sohu out on
Well,
day 3.
what if Sohu didn't make that split? Would you still have wanted to lynch her?
Well, not on day 3, but that's
No, like no, I'm saying like the previous day. Would you have lynched her?
Anyway,
Um,
let's bounce back into the game. Like I think
Bouncing back into the game, guys.
bounce back into the game, so we can all agree that the game ends today. Thank you so much for casting. Hiro is graciously agreed to substitute for a player who had to drop out. So you will see Hiro again in game 2. Hopefully Joey and Logan are around to cast game 2, so we'll see you all very soon. Stay tuned.
That's me from the Golden Perch.
All right, Clem dies. Clem was not Mafia, and I assume we can go through a pretty quick day phase. You still have 4 minutes, but if all of you are ready to vote at some point, please just say so, and we will fast forward it. But yes, you have 4 minutes. You can all speak and vote.
So How's life?
Not much for me to do here. I think I can go.
Okay.
Oh, this is annoying.
It is. What does this mean in terms of the rules?
I think we're not allowed to ask for rules clarifications during games.
Well, we know how we're voting. We might as well.
If you're ready to vote, put your hand to the camera. Well, Kyoto, it seems like ready or not, you have to do it. So get your votes to Shakespeare. Please mute, like you know the deal. Okay, if you are voting at, let's see, Kyoto, please put your hands up. Kyoto is nominated. Kyoto, you have 30 seconds to convince these two ladies that they shouldn't kill you. Don't turn off your cameras.
So I know you guys want to win the game, but okay, yeah, no defense could be given here. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Kyoto. Please get your votes to Shakespeare. If Kyoto gets 2 or nobody else gets nominated against him, Kyoto dies. 1, 2. Sohu, can you please vote?
Can I quickly ask for rules clarification via chat?
No. You can just vote. Okay. If you're pointing at Kyoto, please put your hands up. Kyoto dies and reveals to be
Mafia, Caltrol, who would you like to kill? And please unmute. Sohu dies. Sohu was not Mafia. Cactus also dies. Cactus was also not Mafia. It is a tie between the Mafia and the town.
Nice. Okay, please turn on your cameras again and mute so we can do the post game. And if you're a player who's scheduled to play in game 2, I will assign you to a room very quickly, but not yet. So, Aylin, take us through the post game.
Yep. All right. This was a strange game.
Shit.
All right. So the thief was Challenger, who chose between regular Mafia and townsperson. Caltrol was the bomb. DS was the axe. RJ was the prostitute. Cactus was a townsperson who was lovers with Sohu, who was the Cupid. Clem was a townsperson. DLGN was a townsperson. Rick was a townsperson. Peg was the doctor. 5 was the alien, whose proxy was Challenger. And who am I missing? Sir Fabulous was the police officer. I have a couple of comments about the game. Maybe I can start off. I think Town was doing really well the first 2 or 3 days. Mafia were dropping like flies. And there was a lot of discussion to execute Caltrol the very next day. And somehow that thread was just dropped. There was the previous day, people were saying Caltrol has to be bad. They had some logic for that. And then the next day, he wasn't even nominated. And after that, there was a series of lost opportunities where, DLGN was executed at some point. Rick was executed at some point. These seemed like unnecessary.
Yep, especially the Rick execution seemed extremely unnecessary. We spoke about, the caster spoke about this, and I think we all can agree that saying, "Oh, we're winning, you can absolutely kill me here, and we're not gonna lose off of that." It felt like the weird thing to say there.
Yeah.
Even if you're.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
I was reading DLJN as Town, so I don't want to speak against. It's weird format. I don't want to speak against him for a minute, and I knew we were in a good position, so I was just down to die, and I was hoping people would maybe Town raid me and kill DLJN, but didn't happen.
Well,
I'll say one thing for me. The theme of this game was overconfidence. I feel like, given that we said at the beginning of the game this is Mafia sided, it seems like many Mafia felt emboldened to make plays that I felt like weren't really necessary, especially on the defense. So DS and RJ, you got a tie in the end, but I'm saying that perhaps it wasn't necessary to make those plays. And then similarly, after 2 Mafia were dead, I feel like the town became overconfident. There was a lot of talk about, we got this, it's a solved game, it's an easy game. And then a series of misexecutions led to a tie. So I think this sort of balances out in that way, but it's just interesting that I think at 2 different points in the game, both teams, both of the major teams felt they had it in the bag and couldn't quite close it out all the way.
Yep, so it's worth saying that, like, at the point at which Challenger was executed, Town couldn't really win. Like, it's already tied at that point, so, like, those two mistakes on day 3 and day 4 kind of sealed it. It was a good thing that Sohu wasn't executed with Cactus. Sohu, you were treading on very thin ice at one point, and I'm semi-glad it didn't backfire against you, because that would have been absolutely catastrophic. But beyond that, let's throw it to the casters. So, Hiro, Joey, and Logan, do you have any questions you want to ask?
Oh yeah, sure, a bunch. Like pretty much. I don't want to. I'm not going to say that.
I just want to say that we have maybe like 5 more minutes for the post game before we start running game 2. So.
Damn, dude. Sure. I don't think anyone like played really poorly or anything, but there were a lot of like really confusing decisions. So was there town levers at the end? Was that what happened?
Yeah. Yes.
We want to know why Sohu never claimed that she was town lever.
That's what I want to know. That's my number one question.
I'd like to know that too.
And then I guess my only other things are like kind of like confusing plays from DLGN I didn't quite understand, and then the nature of DS's claim seemed completely unnecessary to me. You know?
What's confusing?
What do you mean? What's confusing about your play?
Let me go first because I will explain the question to DLGN, because I think that was really ill-advised. Because I think the whole thing about if you're going to do the VT mask claim, you have to do it right, and that means pressuring people on it more. So I think that you should never, ever, ever let people get away with what DLGN tried to do. I was screaming for his head, because that just ruins the whole thing. If the whole point is to pinch Mafia by saying they didn't think to claim VT right away and now they can't, and then if you 2 days later, let people walk in and say, no, it was VT after all, haha.
I want to hear from
There were so many VT claims confirmed their Mafia and VT claims.
I think that was also, I don't know if anybody caught it, but Sohu slipped day 3 that she was indeed a lover, right? She said that I had completely forgotten to check someone when the mod would have prompted her every single night. So she slipped there. So if you slip and you're claiming that you're not a lover, I'm going to assume you're star-crossed. So in the final 5, I would have lynched you. Town would have lost. So we're kind of wondering why you didn't claim that you were a lover to a town.
Well, if someone had like seriously called me on it, I would have come out and said that Cactus was my lover, and she would have confirmed. But as was, it didn't seem necessary, and I didn't want to give Mafia any additional information because
the problem is all of town is operating under the assumption that they're star-crossed lovers, and one of the green checks is now bad because the town lovers hadn't claimed yet. So you threw out misinformation, and you could have just corrected it by claiming.
It didn't seem like people were like. It didn't seem like people were going in a direction that was obviously wrong to me based on my information. If it had been, and if there had been like a serious issue, then I would have just come out, and it just didn't. It never seemed important that I come out, so I did it because I wanted
to. I want to ask the question that's in everyone's mind. Why did Mafia kill a person that claimed VT day 1?
5. Is that a question on your mind or like on everybody's?
That's the question on everyone's mind.
Because everybody else was Mafia. RJ was Mafia and DS was Mafia.
No, why was I killed night 1?
The better question is, after I misplayed by voting for RJ because I knew that I was the cop, and he was like, "I'm the cop."
Yeah, I thought you'd die in the night.
I was like, real question. That whole night, I was like, "Oh, I fucked up so bad."
So let's hear from DS.
Yeah, Mafia should have killed you.
Why did you axe yourself, and then in a position where you're never gonna get lynched, fake claim against your Mafia partner?
Because I figured if I claim there, and I claim exactly what Challenger is claiming, that if we do make it past the formal, and then the next day it's between me and him, either way, one of us is in a good position to go to endgame. And I mean, they got him to what, final 5, final 4, something like that. So
the game was already Mafia side. It would have gone well even if you hadn't done that. You were the axe. It's one of the stronger Mafias. You shouldn't like give up like that.
Okay, but
I mean, I wasn't giving up. It was just a gambit.
I want my question answered.
5. Who did you want them
to
kill?
They just don't like you, 5.
Everybody that claimed a PR was Mafia.
So they know who the actual PRs are, though.
No, they don't.
They know RJ's claiming cops, so why don't they just kill the non-VT claims?
RJ, what are you talking about? RJ was Mafia.
Yeah, so they know RJ is Mafia. So they also have a lot of people. They also have a lot of people. No, I mean, they know he's like either.
We're using our Oive card.
They had like 7 people claim VT day 1. Why didn't they just kill people that didn't claim?
Thank you.
I think that's. I don't think so.
I mean, Peg claimed VT and he was medic.
This usually means shut up. Okay, so in the interest of everybody involved, if you're playing game 2, keep your camera on. So that should be 11 of you. Hito, thank you so much for subbing for Shiny. We should have 11 people with the cameras on. There's one odd person, Alien. Oof. Wait, what do we have? Okay. So that's back to 11. Our casters for the next game will be Joey, Terramina, and Diogen. If you're not casting and you're not playing, please get out of the Zoom, just so we avoid any fuck-ups. And you can tune in to watch the stream. Okay. So, Aylin, are you good to roll the game?
Yep, we're good to go. So please mute and turn off your cameras.
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay,
Right.
that's fine.
Wait for a minute.
Okay, Twitch chat, you're about to watch a video on how to vote for your favorite players. Let me just find it. So, Orko, please turn off your camera. We all know that Orko is your... Orko, please turn off your camera. No extra screen time allowed. Okay, Orko, I turned off your camera, it's fine. So, you're about to watch a video on the Crowd Favorite Award. So, you know that there's a stream currency called Lies. We also have a GoFundMe. You can donate or you can vote in Twitch chat. And that's how you can support your favorite player. So, we'll see you soon after the video. Hello friends, in this video I'm going to introduce you to the Lies currency for the Lies Club channel, as well as show you one of its main uses, which is voting for your crowd favorite every week for the upcoming Lies Club League. So let's get right to it. So on my screen on the right side you can see my Twitch chat. The stream is currently offline, but like all the commands will still go through. So if we type !lies, you can see how many lies you have. So over 5 hours of watching the stream, I have earned personally 5,000 lies without any betting, without participating in the execution game that you can participate in every game day. And you earn generally 1,000 lies per hour by just watching the stream. And the main purpose of those lies is to then be able to vote in the crowd favorite poll that's going to be posted for every stream. So let's start a mock poll between some of the admins. So the poll just started. As you can see on your screen, we have 3 options. We can vote for who should be crowd favorite for week 1, and we have 3 mock players: Activated, Alien, Shakespeare, and Terramina. And I'm just gonna go ahead and vote for Shakespeare. Okay. So what you have to do is vote, then type the ID that corresponds to Shakespeare. So you just locate the name Shakespeare right here. It says 1, so we're gonna vote 1. And let's see how many lies I have left now. So every vote you post costs 2,500 lies. You can vote up to once per stream. So we stream 4 days a week, and the week for all intents and purposes starts on Monday and ends on Sunday. So you will be able to vote during the podcast stream. After you announce the winners from the previous week, the poll for the next week starts automatically. And every vote you cast will cost 2,500 lies. So if you watch all 4 streams we're putting up every week, Monday, Tuesday, Saturday and Sunday, starting every time at 9 PM EST, you should be able to use all 4 of your votes. So that's about it for this particular use. Now you can also vote for the crowd favorite using the GoFundMe page that we have. So on the right side of my screen you see the GoFundMe page, and it will be linked either in the Twitch channel description or in the YouTube description, depending on where you're watching this video. And we want to incentivize you to also donate to the prize pool for the league. So all of this money that will be raised, on top of the $2,000 that are already provided by Lions Club for the prize pool of this league, will go towards the prize pool for the players, and all the awards are computed as a percentage of the total prize pool that we got. So right now, the crowd favorite stands to be $75 out of $2,000, but if say we raise $3,000 on top of those $2,000 in the beginning, the prize will go to be above $150. So every week you have the option to donate to the GoFundMe, and everything you donate goes towards the prize pool. And in the note for your donation, you should specify which player you're voting for that specific donation. So if you donate $10 towards, say, DOGN, you should say, okay, I'm donating towards DOGN, and we'll take this into account when we tally up both the lies votes from the streams and then the GoFundMe votes from the GoFundMe. And you might be wondering how we're going to combine those two. So the next slide hopefully illustrates that. The conversion will be very simple. 1,000 lies will be equivalent to $1 in donation to the GoFundMe. So one vote in chat is equivalent to $2.5 of a donation. So when we're tallying up the votes, this will be the conversion rate, so that we can add these apples to these oranges. As I said before, you can vote once per stream, and you don't have to vote for a different player every time. So if you wish to cast all 4 of your votes for the same player when you watch our first streams, you can certainly do so. We discourage players voting for themselves, but we cannot prevent it due to the nature of how Twitch operates. Still, like, don't do it if you're a player, but we can't stop you. There will be a Twitch command in chat, which I can't currently show you, but it will be up by the time this video goes live on the Twitch page, which you can use to see what the vote IDs for all 32 players are. There will be numbers from 0 to 31. Please make sure that you're voting for the correct player, like double and triple check before you post your vote. Hopefully this was enlightening for you. There will be another video explaining the betting game at the end of each game day. So hopefully you like this video. Stay tuned for more, and stay tuned for some amazing Mafia games during the Liars Club Mafia League. See you soon.